Today we're going to talk about finding the surface area of a pyramid and a cone. And if you remember from last week that your surface area is equal to your lateral area plus the area of the base. Surface area equals lateral area, which is the area of the sides, plus the area of the base. No, sir, not times 2, because you don't have a second base in a pyramid. You've only got one base. And in a cone, you don't have a second base. You got a vertex up at the top, right? So there's only one base now. So let's talk about the lateral area of a pyramid first. Lateral area of a pyramid. That's equal to 0.5 times perimeter. 0.5 times P times L, bless you. Alright, 0.5. Big letter P represents perimeter of the base. The big letter P, that's perimeter of the base. And your lowercase l, that is the slant height. So your surface area of a pyramid that's equal to 0.5 times P times L plus big letter B. And big letter B it represents the area of the base. And then the base could take on all kinds of shapes: triangle, square, rectangle, pentagon, hexagon. Just depending on the shape of the base will determine the formula for your big letter B. Alright, so in a pyramid, this measurement from the vertex of the pyramid to the middle of a side, that is your slant height. The distance from the vertex of the pyramid to the middle of the base, that is called the altitude. and your altitude, your slant height, and a segment connecting those two form a right triangle. So given this shape, if this base is 12 and this altitude is 16, and you're asked to find the surface area, your surface area would equal 0.5 times the perimeter of the base times the slant height plus the area of the base. So 0.5 times perimeter of the base. It's a square pyramid. So what would the perimeter of the base be? 48. Good. Now your slant height. If you can picture this right triangle, if I pull it out of here and draw another one over here to the right, this would be your slant height. This altitude would be 16. And this segment from the bottom of the altitude to the bottom of the slant height is half of one of the sides. Okay? So it's half of the 12, which is 6. So you've got a right triangle where the slant height is the hypotenuse. So you can find your slant height by 16 squared plus 6 squared equals L squared. So 256 plus 36, 292 equals L squared. And the square root of 292 is 1709. 17.09 equals L. So down here in the formula, your slant height is 17.09.
Wait, where'd you get the 6 from? How you just said it.
Half of the side. The distance from the bottom of the altitude to the bottom of a slant height will be half of the side that it's going in the direction of. Okay. Excuse me? Thank you. 17. Right? Thanks. All right, so 0.5 times the perimeter of the base times the slant height plus the area of the base. 144, good. So the rest of it, just do it in the calculator. The 17.09, that's the last thing you did. It's sitting in your calculator, so push times 48 times 0.5 equals, and you get 41011 plus your 144. So it's still sitting plus 144, 554.11. Surface area. And the 410.11 would represent your lateral area. Any questions on where those numbers came from?
My calculator got 0.62.
At the end?
Same.
Are you on second fix too? I've been doing the whole problem on second fix too, so it's our calculators are probably rounding it a little bit different.
Yeah, it still does 16.
All right, so page 857, lateral and surface area of a cone. Lateral area of a cone is equal to pi times radius times slant height And the surface area of a cone that's going to be equal to the lateral area, pi RL, plus the area of the base. All right, it's a cone. The base is going to be a circle. So the area of your base is always going to be pi r squared when you're dealing with surface area of a cone. In the cone, this is your slant height. Here's your altitude. And this segment right here represents your radius. And again, the altitude, the radius, and the slant height make up a right triangle. So if you're given the altitude and maybe the diameter, you can still find the slant height. All right, and remember, some of the pyramids that you guys are going to find the surface area of today will have different shapes as their base. So look at page 859. Number 9, that's a triangular pyramid. Okay? So you're going to have to find the area of that triangle down there on the bottom. You can either use 0.5 times base times height, or you can use 0.5 times apothem times perimeter. All right? Number 10 is a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 10 is a pentagon. Remember the area of a pentagon, area of a regular pentagon. That's 0.5 times apothem times perimeter of the base. And remember, on a regular pentagon, that apothem, you guys remember what the apothem is or where it is? Very good. From the middle of the shape to a side at 90 degrees. That is your apothem. Okay? All right, so your assignment for today